Ladies and gentlemen, hit subscribe to this channel right now. To my super chat. I cannot do these live streams without you people. Thank you so very much. If you want to talk about this or any topic, we will get to the Twitter Files 15 a little later on. Just go ahead and hit subscribe and via super chat, your support is greatly appreciated. I don't have $20 million in venture capital funding, ladies and gentlemen. So the super chat is greatly appreciated. Let's get started. We have a lot to talk about. This is not a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely not a coincidence. Eric, hello, everybody. Everybody here, hello. This is definitely not a coincidence. You are not seeing you are not seeing Biden's presidency unravel before our very eyes because Democrats really want to do the right thing and they want to investigate the mishandling of classified data. Angie, hello. Hello, everybody. Eric, Singh, hello. Kristen, hello. You're not seeing something that is just happening by coincidence. This is a concerted effort to eventually, I believe, replace Biden with Vice President Kamala Harris. I think that is what's taking place. When you have Senator Warnock support special counsel, that is not normal. That's not business as usual, ladies and gentlemen. That is not business as usual. And I don't think people truly understand. I just don't think that people truly understand what's going on. I don't believe that this is a coincidence. It could be they don't want, they just simply do not want a special counsel. So that could be an issue. I mean, I'm sorry, impeachment. So they might not want impeachment of Biden. And so um, they just don't want to go through impeachment because impeachment is going to lead to either criminal charges or the criminal charges will take place for Hunter before impeachment. Either way, the next 2 years aren't going to be good for Joe Biden. We're going into a recession, and the entire country understands that the New York Post was suspended. 250,000 accounts were suspended on Twitter, okay, because Democrats and government officials worked together to suspend those accounts. We learned that from the Twitter files. But none of this is a coincidence. It doesn't make any sense to me, ladies and gentlemen. And hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 1 p.m. every single day on this channel. I will have 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. segments every single day on this channel as well. So, and hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel also. I have 9 and 12 p.m. videos there. So every single morning, 8 a.m. in the morning, be here, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Pacific, and 1 p.m. Pacific on H.A. Goodman on YouTube. But ladies and gentlemen, you have a situation where when you look at Raphael Warnock, for example, Senator Warnock, a Democrat, just got in or got reelected again. Adam Schiff, these people are turning on Biden for a reason. Okay, they've been given the memo. Now the rebuttal is there was no memo. They're doing it because they really care about they really care about protecting the country, and they're apolitical. These people are never apolitical. Democrats are never apolitical. They will always. If you look at what took place the past couple of years, ladies and gentlemen, all they did was try to suppress any knowledge, suppress any information that could be detrimental to um, to Biden. They impeached Trump. They impeached Trump, ladies and gentlemen, because of the notion he would have the audacity to investigate Biden by asking another country to investigate him. That wasn't even a criminal act. They couldn't prove that Trump had committed a crime in his first impeachment, either his first or second impeachment. Do you understand? They actually impeached Trump to cover up for Biden's obvious criminal activity with Hunter. Okay? Now they're saying, "Well, why are you investigating Hunter? What can you prove?" Well, what can you prove about Trump? All they did was investigate Trump based on allegation. That's all they did. There was no proof that Trump was working with another country. And then they go back to, well, intelligence agencies said, well, Richard Grenell, who was Trump's ODNI chief, and let's Richard Grenell, and there's also the okay, so Trump's ODNI chief for, let's see, that's right, hold on, Radcliffe, John Radcliffe, born and raised Hawks. Thank you. Thank you, Born and Raised Hogs. As always, greatly appreciated starting it off. Thank you so much. Born to Raise Hogs, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I can't do these live streams without you, everybody, and I appreciate that. Born to Raise Hogs, thank you to my super chat. Thank you so very much. Born to Raise Hogs, I hope you're having a great week and a great year thus far. Wishing you only the best. Thank you. So we have John Radcliffe. We had Richard Grenell before him. He was the interim director of national intelligence. The director of national intelligence under Trump was John Radcliffe. They both talk about Hunter and possible graft and bribery schemes. So if you want an appeal to authority, be careful if that's your argument. Be careful if an appeal to authority is your only argument. Okay, because Twitter files, former DNI John Radcliffe claims vindication on Hunter Biden laptop story. So that's right there. Here, if you look, thank you again, Born to Raise Hogs. Greatly appreciated. To my super chat, thank you. So John Radcliffe, if you look, ladies and gentlemen, at all you have to do, because I have this template. I have it down to a science, the way MSNBC pundits, the way these hosts go after, the way they go after guests like Ron Johnson, it's really amusing. It's really amusing, and they're they're impervious to hypocrisy. Okay, so Twitter files, former Trump Director of National Intelligence John Radcliffe claims vindication on Hunter Biden laptop story. So there you go. Okay. When you have, if the rebuttal with Trump was always, um, well, you know, a lot of people within the intel community said that he could have been an operative of the Kremlin. So, okay, you have now Trump's intel chiefs saying that Hunter committed major crimes. Is that okay? So there's an example of, if it's an appeal to authority and the authority is backing Trump, then what do? The bottom line is you have emails, you have money flow, you have all of these, you have all this evidence that points to massive corruption. Okay? You have all this evidence that points to massive corruption. I don't think Democrats, let me ask you a question. Born to Raise Hawks, thank you again. Let me ask you a question. What do you think about my possible scenario here? Do you think Biden will be forced to resign before impeachment and Harris will take over as pres? Let me ask you, what do you think? Born to raise hogs, everyone here. Do you think Biden will be forced to resign before impeachment and Harris will take over as president? I think that is actually likely to happen. I don't know. I don't think I'm delusional. I don't think I am. I think that it would be a delusional viewpoint if um I think that it would be a delusional viewpoint if there wasn't a special counsel and if Democrats weren't turning on Biden. I don't think they want to go into 23. Anything is possible with the Democratic Party. First of all, if I said a special counsel would be formed, I mean, I don't think that I think it's ridiculous there's a special counsel for Biden. Or I'm definitely there shouldn't be for Trump. But why would the Attorney General want a special counsel for Joe Biden? He's a Democrat. Democrats never turn on a a president or congressperson or anyone within. They always circle the wagons. Fetterman was basically sounded like Yoda if Yoda was an alcoholic, and they just circle the wagons around him. Exactly. Stop, listen, think. And I think that why would Democrats exactly stop, listen, think? If you go through impeachment, then you go through Tony Bubalinsky, Tony Bubala, then you have Hunter testify, and you have his business people testify, and Fox News will cover it, and they you know what MSNBC and CNN they won't cover it, but there will be enough people. YouTube will be that's all you'll see on YouTube. It will be everyone will be talking about the corruption. I don't think they want to go through that. I don't think they want to go through that. Stop, listen, think. I think you're right. Now, again, I can't say this is not like I'm thinking out loud. I guess you could call it a prediction, but it's not something like, you know, if it doesn't happen like, you know, no, the Democratic Party will never investigate. For example, Hillary had private servers. They did everything possible not only to hide the Hunter Biden story by suspending the New York Post, but you had every platform. Yeah, but if you look at certain people press their luck. So if you're a Democrat and you just press your luck, whether it's the Attorney General in New York or Andrew Cuomo, at a certain point you become a liability. At a certain point you become a liability, but Biden wasn't a liability yet. There was nothing. Look, I am here to tell everybody I'm not a fan, obviously. Um, there was no reason for a special counsel. Okay? Not a fan of Biden. I'm voting Trump in 24. There's no reason for a special counsel. There's no reason at all. Stop, listen, think. I agree with you. Eric Samurai, hello. There's no reason at all. There's just no reason at all. I mean, what is I don't know what the reason is. I don't know what the reason would be. What is the reason? What would be the reason? What would be the reason that a special counsel is formed? What would be a reason? I don't get it. I don't get why a special counsel is formed when, and then I don't get why Raphael Warnock and Adam Schiff would I don't get why Raphael Warnock and Adam Schiff would condemn Biden. I just don't get, I don't understand it. And I think something's going on. Save the party, exactly. Eclectic diversion. I think that they propped up a very, very corrupt individual with a lot of problems. And with his failed policies, they kept going with Hunter, with the laptop, with um, Biden's track record. You look at what's taking place with the economy, look at what's taking place with foreign policy. They're going into 24 saying we cannot defeat Trump this way. The only way we could defeat Trump, we don't have Twitter anymore. We don't have other advantages anymore. We don't have a complete control, and we don't have control of a variety of narratives. Okay, especially the Twitter Files 15 that came out today. And if you look, if you look, the media, Yvette Moore. I was shocked to tell you that Joey V had this document. Yvette Moore, thank you, Yvette. Greatly appreciated. I mean, the documents are all over the place. They're all over the place. Okay, and the difference is that there was no raid. The Federal Bureau of Investigation wasn't going into any Delaware home. That was the huge difference. Media wasn't. He was a former president, Trump, with the power to declassify. He's a former president with the power to declassify. So it's a huge difference between Biden, who didn't even know. His attorneys, by the way, didn't have to notify the DOJ. His attorneys also are the attorneys of the Clintons. Then they start interviewing Yvette and Born and Raised Hogs and everybody here. Then they start interviewing associates of both Bill and Hillary. NBC News and NBC News and CNN are interviewing people disparaging Biden. So I just think that this is an obvious setup. Yeah, but the archives have no power. The thing with the National Archives, they don't have zero power. There's the Presidential Enforcement Act. No, I'm sorry. The Presidential Records Act has no enforcement mechanism. The Federal Records Act does. The Presidential Records Act has no enforcement mechanism. There is a precedent for former presidents to take classified data. And the Federal Bureau of Investigation gave Trump a thank you note. But he was negotiating. Clinton didn't even give anything back. She was told to give back her entire servers. She literally deleted everything and then destroyed hardware. Trump had the Federal Bureau of Investigation go to Mar-a-Lago. They wrote him a thank you note, um, according to the Wall Street Journal, and then they went and raided the place. Kevin, hello. There are no consequences for a subpoena if you're a Democrat, if you're Hillary. Clinton's numerous people were issued subpoenas, numerous ones, including her tech person, one of the people who helped set up her servers. He just didn't show up. And that happened. Devin Nunes routinely got, oh, I'm not showing up. They didn't go after these people the way they went after Steve Bannon, which, by the way, they should have. They should have. If you're a Democrat, there are little to no repercussions for not abiding by a subpoena up until recently, because you had Paul Ryan and other Republicans just say, "Oh well, no, who cares?" But I just think if you look, ladies and gentlemen, nothing here makes any sense. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. And Adam Schiff is a Democrat. He not only is a Democrat that went after Trump, but he defended Hillary's private servers. Nobody knows how these servers got top secret and special access program intelligence. It is impossible. It is not possible from a cybersecurity perspective. It is not possible for any classified data. Thank you, big boy. Thank you. It is not possible for any classified data to be transferred onto servers outside of the United States government. It is not possible from a cybersecurity perspective. That is impossible. But Schiff said, no, no problem, no damage. In a day, you had Warnock, Schiff, Debbie Stabenow, all these people going after Biden. Why? Why were they going after Biden? Why are Democrats going after Biden? The reason is because they don't want him there. It has nothing to. There is no. There is no apolitical. The Democrats are not apolitical on anything they do. Robert, hello. I just think that, and Born to Raise Hawks, thank you. Um, Yvette, thank you to my super chat. Thank you so much. I can't do this without you. They don't want him there anymore. They don't want him there anymore. I don't think that they want him there. And I don't think that they want to deal with, I don't think they want to deal with impeachment. The impeachment process alone, look, the impeachment process alone will have, um, hold on. Tony Bubalinsky testified. There's already a grand jury, okay? There's already a grand jury. They don't want this they don't want this story everywhere. They don't want like everyone talking about this. Jesus. Why? New York, but never go to the New York Post. I love the New York Post, but it's like prominent Dem says Dems classified document scandal embarrassing. So then the Rolling Stone has an article. It's hilarious. Why didn't the Democrats investigate Hillary Clinton? Did Democrats investigate Hillary Clinton? Why didn't they investigate Hillary Clinton? It's really unbelievable. The hilarious. They turn on a dime. Like at first, it's oh my god, classified data. Oh my god, this is a breach of national security. High Priestess, hello. Holly, hello. At first, it's a breach of national security. Oh my god, oh my god. Then it's oh well, it wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't that big of a deal. You know, the issue is that Trump didn't play ball. He had, God forbid, the man negotiates. You know, Democrats negotiate. They don't even negotiate. Like I said, Clinton had um, the reason that Biden couldn't stall is he didn't even know it was floating around. Had he known that he had classified documents floating around, he wouldn't play ball. He wouldn't be so forthright. So Tapper asked GOP lawmaker if he'll investigate Trump or just Biden. Did Tapper ask any Democrat whether they would investigate Hillary Clinton in 2016? Did he ask Adam Schiff, who was defending Clinton from day one for private servers? Obviously, that has already been litigated with Trump. They have his documents. What are they going to investigate? Why he took them? He already said he declassified them. And Democrats tried and failed to find anything. They had 5 months. Robert John! All planned because impeachment coming. Exactly. Yvette! Yvette, thank you. They're trying to plug up. Thank you, Yvette. They're trying to plug up the Titanic. That's true. J Spot 51. I believe you're right. Thank you to my super chat. Thank you, Yvette. They're trying to play. Yeah, but they already knew what he had. They had his documents. So what? They don't even need his. They didn't indict him. They just wanted the optics before midterms. They despise Trump. The machine despises Trump. They can't stand him. They want something on Trump. With Biden, they've been propping Biden up. But like Yvette said, it's the Titanic. Can you imagine Biden driving or navigating anything that's moving? Biden would make the Exxon Valdez captain or the Titanic captain look like, a sane and rational and sober person. Hey, come on, man. There's an iceberg, man. I'm eating this. What better way than to eat ice cream than right next to an iceberg, man? Come on, cornflakes. Let's go. And so you have a situation where, Paul, hello. You have a situation where they just despise Trump. They found nothing. They didn't indict him. You could indict Biden because they can't prove that Trump had every right to declassify anything and take anything he'd like. That's Bill Clinton had classified data in a sock drawer, and then the judge said, "Oh, well, you know what? He's the president. He can declassify, and he can just do whatever he wants." Old Town, yeah, exactly. Cornflakes is a bad dude. Love trucks, hello. So you have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where you have a situation where they don't want Biden there anymore, and I think that most people can't imagine. See, after the Fetterman win and victory in Pennsylvania, you know, Fetterman makes Joe Biden seem like Laurence Olivier. Okay, Biden and Fetterman, if there's a recital of Shakespearean verse, it's Biden that would be the Laurence Olivier. Okay, and Fetterman would be who he is. And so when that happened, and he sounded like Yoda, if Yoda was an alcoholic with Oz, I think that they crossed the Rubicon into okay, we can do anything now. Also, they realize that anything that they do, 20, 30 major publications. Deonra Walton. Yes, I think that he'll want to resign. Dion, do you think Joe will be forced to resign? Yes, I think he'll want to. I don't. I think that he'll want to. It won't be like I'm not a crook moment with Nixon. It'll be, oh, he's so. You know what? He wants to leave. You know, he stubbed his toe, and we love him. Uncle Joe saved us from evil. Trump Satan. We love you, Uncle Joe. You're such a good, wholesome, decent person. Oh, we love you. Oh, President Harris. This is groundbreaking. The Democrats are groundbreaking. And then the media will say, who will be President Harris has indicated she doesn't want to run in 24. Hillary! Why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask? Why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask? Mrs. G, hello. Thank you, Mrs. G. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, Mrs. G. To my super chat, I cannot do this without you. Thank you. This is not normal. None of this is normal. None of this is above board normal. Like when you have Democrats openly going after Biden, okay? This is I speak Democrat. I speak liberal Democrat. It's a language. It's a political language. Okay? It's a language that you learn getting cheated by if you're a Bernie Sanders supporter and you know you just you can see what they're doing a mile away. They telegraph everything. I'm like the Rosetta Stone of democratic euphemisms and you know thought. So Mrs. G, thank you. None of this is an accident. Okay? None of this is just an accident. So it's not like, and here's the Tapper asked if GOP lawmakers will investigate Trump or just Biden. How many Democrats investigated a Democrat? Why would the GOP investigate Trump? They already did with the Mueller probe. They found nothing. Yvette, this is not normal. It's not normal. This is not normal. Normal would be this is normal would be everything's fine. There's no problem. The what it wouldn't even be a special counsel. You don't even need one. I'm not a fan of Biden, but you don't even need a special counsel for what? For what? Okay, if you found classified data next to his Corvette that he doesn't drive, okay, or that he drives with a little ice cream. Hey, look at me! Oh, look at me! I'm a Corvette. You like want some ice cream? Um, that's another thing. Is there one person in this country, even the Democrat, that'll just vote for anyone who's a vote blue no matter who? Is there anyone that? And I say, like I always say, God bless you, Democrat, Republican. It doesn't matter who you are. God bless you. Have a beautiful 23 and only happiness and love and everything. But like, is there anyone that looks at Biden and says, "Oh, I just love it's so endearing that ice cream." What a fabricated, you know, he probably 30 years ago was eating ice cream and then an advisor said, "Hey, yeah, eat some ice cream. People love ice cream. And you'll be more a man of the people if you eat ice cream." So, I mean, it makes no sense. But Robert John, if impeached, will be blamed on court puff. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, I mean, if you look, ladies and Robert, thank you to my super chat. Thank you, Mrs. G. Everybody here, thank you. Born to raise hogs, Yvette. Everybody here. Now, can you ask? Can I ask a question? Why is it? And by the way, I hope everyone had a happy and safe and wonderful and beautiful Martin Luther King Day. Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., one of the greatest Americans of all time, one of the greatest human beings who has ever walked the earth, a true hero and legend and icon of humanity, an amazing, amazing, amazing man. But can I ask a question? Why isn't there any article on the classified data issue? Yeah, so that this when MSN is saying that, that's that that's actually the opposite. Kamala Harris is no shot of being president. So that means she will actually take over the presidency after Biden resigns. You've heard it here. You heard it here first. The fact that MSN says no shot, no chance, that means a very good chance, actually. But why are there no articles on the classified data issue? Not one. Not one. And why, again, why is Adam Schiff saying that the classified, Biden's classified data might have risked national security? Joe Valdez normalizing idiocy as they're going. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. That's true. But you know what? The Overton window of idiocy is just, it's true, J Spot. It's they'll accept anything. Joel Valdez, thank you. I think stop listening thing is terrible. I don't know I don't know what that is what's about. But Joel Valdez, thank you so very much. Yeah, you have a situation where it's always 24/7. Now they're rolling to why don't they invest? Why don't Republicans investigate Trump? Because he was a former president with the power to declassify, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation knew he had documents, knew what he took from the Oval Office. I mean, he when he left, there was a record of everything he was given and everything he turned over. They already knew. They didn't even need to raid Mar-a-Lago. That was a public relations stunt. Okay, why would you investigate when they already have all the documents? The Federal Bureau of Investigation already has the documents. So they already have the documents. There was nothing to investigate. Thank you, E. Thank you. So, I mean, Joel Valdez, thank you. To my super chat, I cannot do this without you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. To my super chat, thank you so much. Heaven forbid, heaven forbid. No, I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying I'm Nostradamus. I'm thinking out loud. I'm not saying that I'm Nostradamus or I'm, this is, Michigan State -5, lead pipe lock pick. No, 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 no. I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking out loud. And I'm just giving analysis of what I think could very well happen. I don't think they want to go into 24 with mashed potato brains because I mean, he's shaking hands with ghosts. The man is he's saying, "Do I sit down?" Or what? I forgot he read something verbatim from one of his notes. I think they tell him to sit down. They tell him to say thank you. All these things. Or what was it, Jeb Bush? Please clap. Ah! One of the many reasons Jeb Bush didn't become president was he read "Please clap." So, but this also, yeah, Robert, nothing makes sense. Also, the funny thing with all these lawyers is that if you're an attorney for this politician, you don't have to go to the Department of Justice. You don't have to go to the Department of Justice. You could have gone to the White House. If you find classified documents as an attorney, you go to the White House. You can go to the White House and say, "Look, we found these classified documents." Then it's up to the White House to go to the Department of Justice if they wanted to. You don't go straight to the DOJ. Oh yeah, by the way, I mean these people. You have to understand. Hillary's attorneys deleted 30,000 emails and then did a word search on what was classified and routinely deleted information and destroyed hardware. So it's like, Angie, hello. Ernie, thank you very much. Nothing here makes sense. This is not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. This is not the way they do things. And I mean, I don't think that anyone is really thinking that Kamala Harris. It's January of 2023, ladies and gentlemen. There's already a special counsel into President Biden. Does that make any sense to you? After they sold their souls to you know who to just suppress any information, they impeached Trump simply because of the audacity, the absolute shock and audacity and indignation derived from him asking another country to investigate. And he asked another country to investigate. Does that make any sense? None of this makes any sense. So, Warnock here. This makes no. Warnock supports special counsel. That doesn't make any sense at all. Warnock supporting the special counsel doesn't make any sense at all. Okay? That doesn't make any sense at all because you don't you don't have Democrats in top positions ever condemning a Democrat. You never see Democrats. You never see Democrats um, turning on other Democrats. It just doesn't happen. That makes no sense. And also, you don't need a special counsel. Why would you need a special counsel? They never cared about impartiality or being apolitical anyway. So you mean the past 2 years with why didn't they form a special counsel with Hunter? That's what should have happened. That's what should have happened. They should have had a special counsel for Hunter and the laptop. So they did everything possible. They did everything humanly possible to prevent discussion and dialogue and discourse about the laptop, but then suddenly they want a special counsel to be impartial. That makes no sense at all. I mean, think about that for a second. They have done nothing but suppress the truth about Biden. And then suddenly out of nowhere, um, they say, oh, we want a special counsel to investigate Biden. It makes no sense at all. It makes absolutely no sense at all. And with Kamala Harris, they can go into 24 with the vice president being president. So you'd have the first female president as Kamala Harris. You would have already had a precedent before Hillary. And think about Hillary then comes in. The Georgia and Arizona Republican parties would rather have Hillary Clinton than Trump. I mean, that's the unfortunate reality. Okay, that's the unfortunate reality of what's going on. The Arizona and Georgia Republican parties would rather have um, the Arizona and Georgia Republican parties would rather have Hillary Clinton than Trump. Angie, hello. So I know I saw Matt Gates is awesome. He was really good on Timcast. That was a great discussion. That was a fantastic discussion by Matt Gates. Very, very bright, smart individual. Matt Gates, pretty sharp guy. So nothing here makes any sense at all. And I mean, if you look, ladies and gentlemen, you have a situation where the next, and then you have Alec Baldwin. I mean, if you look at what's taking place with Alec Baldwin, um, here we're going to find out in a couple of weeks before DA weeks away from deciding if Baldwin faced criminal charges. So you look, ladies and gentlemen, and I think it's pretty obvious that there will likely be criminal charges, and that will be the biggest story, one of the biggest trials and stories in decades, because you have somebody who should be alive today and who's not alive because of not just incompetence. You had negligence on many, many, many. Um, you had a great deal of negligence. You have a person with numerous run-ins. Baldwin had numerous run-ins with the law. Arrested what, 2 or 3 times, going after paparazzis, and it's like you don't check the firearm, you don't do anything like that. You just accept it from the assistant director. That is a huge problem. That's a big problem. Okay, the fact that you have the fact that you have um, Alec Baldwin just not even checking the firearm, but accepting it without the armor there. That's the issue. the armor was not the armor was not in the church. And that's the biggest issue of all. The fact that the armor was not in the church. So that's coming up too. You look, ladies and gentlemen, and I have 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 1 p.m. segments every day. But you look, and it's like this entire year is going to be a complete change from Indy. Hello, it's going to be a complete change from what we're used to. Because I mean, you have Baldwin who How many safety protocol? How many safety guidelines were ignored on that set? How many safety guidelines were ignored? I mean, a number of major safety guidelines. So you have a situation where that's a huge deal. And what I mean, let's say it's involuntary manslaughter. You have a situation where um, involuntary manslaughter is going to be it'll be very difficult for him to defend himself in a court of law. Very difficult because what's he going to say? What on earth is he going to say? He can't say that he didn't actually use the firearm because the Federal Bureau of Investigation found out that he was not telling the truth. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I will have another video in about probably a couple of hours. Be here tomorrow at 8 a.m., everybody. And I agree with you on that. Stop listening thing. I agree with you. Eric, everybody here. Yvette, Born to Raise Hogs, everybody. Thank you so very, very much. Deonra, I agree. Deonra, thank you. Everybody here, thank you so very much to my super chat. I cannot thank you enough, everybody. I cannot thank you enough. And I will see you all this week. I don't think I'll have a live stream tomorrow, but I should have a couple of live streams. Unless there's like if there's a huge development, I will have a live stream. Other than that, God bless you all. Have a safe, beautiful night. And I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Be here tomorrow at 8 a.m., everybody.